What's going on? So I don't know if anybody's going to jump on here, but I'm going to do. We just showed the Gunner film, which we called "Call for Fire." Since myself and my creative team over at Warstic, concepted this film like we do all the films. It's one of our favorite things to do. I thought I'd just kind of go over the film with you, which I assume for you guys doesn't happen a lot, especially with a baseball bat company. Um, I think it's super cool. I think it's one of the most fun things that we've done. When we do something like this, we try to keep it simple because, it's not like we're playing these things at the Super Bowl, right? So, you know, we spend our money on a great video crew with great cameras, great sound, um, and try to make something with a message, right? So, um, if you watch the film, the whole point of the film is to kind of describe what the feel of hitting with a gunner is and really about the person, right? It's not the weapon, it's the warrior. So, like, who is a guy, who is a person who uses a gunner bat? So, the coolest thing about this by far is the actor, right? So, Ashton Seymour is from Chicago. I think he's 15 years old now. He's a catcher. He's one of the hardest working dudes. He's been a Warstic, guy for, man, going back. I think his dad found this 5-6 years ago, and he's always used the gunner. So he's real, right? Not only is he a real person, he's not an actor, although he looks like it. He's a cool looking kid. Um, it's a real Warstic person, a real player. And then to take that even a step further, his dad, uh, Ron, was actually in the Marines. Um, and when it came to having someone voice this, I mean, we did this actually with our first film, War Cry, with Kensler and his dad, and it was like we had Ron read, and like the first two words out of his mouth, I'm like, "You're reading," and he's like, "I'm doing it," and he jumped right into it, and super cool when the characters are real, right? And Ashton did an awesome job just being himself, being his awesome self. And so to backtrack on one of the things, the voice in this, instead of writing just like a completely original script, I don't know where the idea came from. Honestly, it just kind of happens sometimes. It's what creative people, our team, it just, the idea came out to look at uh, a famous speech by General Patton, right? So Patton's famous speech to the Third Army is pretty dang well known. I actually remembered it because when I played football in high school in Texas, my head football coach was a Vietnam vet, a Marine. And before the games, you'd take your like pregame nap after school, turn off all the lights, and we would have to listen to that thing in its entirety. So it's like ingrained in my memory. And it's something that just popped into my head is maybe this could be paired with this, right? So we went through the speech and all the words and kind of picked out the things that we felt we could piece our own story together with out of that. And it's only a minute-ish long, so you've got to keep it short. So it's like you're kind of crafting a new story out of this old famous speech, and then pairing it with imagery and seeing if you can get something that at the end of the day you're trying to send a message, and stir up some emotion, right? I mean, when you hit, it's emotional, or it should be, or you shouldn't be up there. So I'm going to go through the film a little bit. I know you guys can't see this, but like, go watch it and then check this out. But like, the scene starts off with like he's in, I think it takes you a minute to figure out what's going on, but it's like he's in like Marine outfit from like Vietnam era kind of stuff, and he's got his fatigues on, his helmet, and I just love the shot. It's like I think it's almost 30 seconds long of just this one shot where he's looking down, and we're really counting on Ron's voice engaging you, right, and saying something that you're probably not going to hear in your typical sports or especially baseball commercial, right? So I think that first line is key. Every man's scared in his first battle. If he's not, he's a liar. And it's just truth, right? It's just like that's what warriors face every day. Baseball isn't war, but hell, it's hard, right? So a lot applies here.
He says he's not. He's a liar.
So what's the next line?
I know some of you boys want.
But this is my favorite line, and Ron should get an Emmy for delivering. I know some of you boys are scared, but what does he say?
You chicken out when you come up.
Yeah, I know some of you boys are wondering if you chicken out when you come under fire. And then he kind of raises his head, and he changes into his full baseball kind of uniform, and we're trying to kind of get you more clued into the baseball metaphor that's going on. And then you start seeing Ashton doing his workout stuff, which is all real. We just had Ashton do like all these workouts that he does in our cage. This line too.
You'll never know whether or not
it's heavy. The lines, if you'll never know if you're disciplined until you hear the bullet go past. In the real speech, it's something like, you'll never know if you're disciplined until you hear the bullet go past your ear. Which, if you think about being in that situation, yeah, can you hold it together, right? You probably don't know until that actually happens. So I thought that line was really great. I mean, baseball metaphor, yeah, when you have a 100-mile-an-hour fastball come at your face, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle the next pitch after that, right? So I mean, video guys just did a tremendous job in this, like probably best cinematography that we've had, especially since Warcry. But the whole scene too was to try to do this dark scene, and maybe the idea, I mean, you can decide for yourself. Maybe he's sitting in a bunker, it's dawn, and he's waiting to go out, and you can hear the firefight happening. Maybe he's going out, or he's trying to work up the nerve, and this voice, maybe he's the sergeant, whatever, is trying to inspire him to get up and fight. And he's got to find it with himself to do that, right? So we worked really hard at keeping it very dark and moody, but then trying to create this feel of like maybe a sunrise, like light coming, which kind of signals the fight's coming, right? And then my team had the awesome, Christine had, our marketing director had an awesome idea to use these old, air raid sirens from back in the day that when you listen to them, they're scary, man. Just hearing them, you start to feel the anticipation of, man, something bad's about to happen. So the air raid sirens just get louder and louder and louder, trying to create this anticipation that something is coming. And you don't know if he's getting attacked, but we kind of play with the idea that maybe, the fight's out there, he's got to join. But, the whole idea really to me was that it turns it around. And at the end of the day, he comes out and he attacks, right? Which is what Warstic is about. It's what hitting's about. It's what the offensive is about. Is no, I'm not going to play defensively. I'm not going to let a pitcher attack me. I'm going to attack, right? And I felt like that comes off here. Even though if you think about it, I mean, there's not much going on here. The sound of it, and our editor Courtney just killed all this stuff. Attack some more. Got kind of the sounds of like jet engines coming up, and then it goes silent.
It's better to fight for something than live for nothing.
So Ashton actually delivers his own line. It's better to fight for something than live for nothing. Which again, a 15-year-old kid saying that, it's heavy. So he delivered that so in his like super calm Ashton way, which is super cool. And then boom, right? I gotta give props to, I think this is one of our coolest taglines ever. Sarah on our marketing squad, who, man, is posting every day. We were struggling with it used to be a gunner, like a barrage of hellfire, which still fits, but it's like, hey, it's new, it's change it. We're kind of spinning on things, and she came up with this idea, which comes from real, military terminology of call for fire, and it was instantly, everybody's like, yes, that. So it's super cool. So anyway, I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of the team that worked on it and all the people in it. And I hope you guys enjoy it and show it to your friends. All right. Thanks.